My name is Yi Chen. I'm a material scientist working at Scion now for 9 years now. I'm a material engineer by training, so my background is basically developing high performance sustainable materials for different types of applications such as electronics and sensors. Upware projects titled the Sustainable Solution for Upgraded Smarter Wearables and Equipment Exporting is funded by the Horizon EU project program, Pillar 2, Cluster 4, focus on the digital industry and the space. So this program is 4 years, and it's looking at developing sustainable e-textiles from a range of nature materials such as cork, hemp, flax, and the paper byproducts. So, and also we are looking at developing new processing for the textile manufacturing using digital tools such as AI and machine learning. So the project is 7.5 million euro, and it's a 4 year project from September 2024 to August 2028. Scion has been working with the coordinator INRAE, which is the France National Research Institute for Agriculture, Food and the Environment. We have been working with each other for almost 20 years. So it's the invitation basically is based on the visits. The INRAE researcher visited the Scion last year, and during the visit, we've been discuss the opportunities of Horizon EU proposals. Then we got invited to this Upwards project. Scion is one of the 15 partners from 7 countries participating, including France, Sweden, Portugal, Italy, Belgium, UK, and New Zealand. So, as I mentioned before, INRAE is coordinating this up with research programs. So, Scion brings the expertise in sustainable materials, sensor development, and the end-of-life assessment, as well as the capability of additive manufacturing and machine learnings. We have, I think, two textile and fabric industry involved in this project who's going to look at this new type of the fabrics, testing them, and also provide a suggestion for this new type of the textiles. It's not only we're going to provide some prototype devices, but it's all also about the new revolution of the whole process for the fabric manufacturing and recycling. So I would say both we will definitely get some very exciting results out of it, and trying to really change the the whole chance of e-textiles manufacturing and recycling in Europe. Also get more understanding about the European industries to get more involved in such type of the project in the future.
Florian Geichen, I'm General Manager for Scion's bioproducts, biomanufacturing, and bioenergy portfolios. I want to give you a little bit of context around our engagement with Horizon Europe. So we know from our ministers, from government officials, what the country and the world is after is science, technology that drives high tech, high productivity, high value businesses. But also what we see, especially in New Zealand, is the passion and the growing awareness of how important Horizon Europe as an innovation ecosystem is for New Zealand, but also for all our companies and for our researchers. So that's just to set some scene. And in that context, let's talk a little bit about Scion. Scion, one of 7 New Zealand Crown Research Institutes, we have undergone a shift to a much more impact-driven organization. So we will drive science or impact through science that is useful, that is usable, and most importantly, that's used. SCION is New Zealand's leading research institute for forestry, for industrial biotech, and for advanced manufacturing. And that's quite important in the context of what we are doing at SCION and why we're so passionate about working with Horizon Europe. For New Zealand, we have very, very bold ambitions. New Zealand has a competitive advantage in growing sustainable biomass. If you combine that with SCION's world-leading science, technology, and innovation, and then link these two things to a rapidly emerging biomanufacturing or biotechnology sector, we have here in New Zealand a unique opportunity to turn these challenges into prosperity and really benefit from this transformation from linear to circular economies. SCION is focused on 3 very specific impact areas. There's forest to bio-based products. I will come to that in a minute. And the other 2, forest to timber products, or developing wood-based products from our sustainable forests, and forest to landscapes, where we're looking at the standing benefits of forests, be it for biodiversity, for water quality, air quality, soil quality, you name it. In our forest to bio-based products impact area, so here we are dealing with biomanufacturing, biotechnology, bioenergy. This area is all about turning New Zealand into a productive, into a prosperous, and a very resilient low-carbon economy where we want to support high-value jobs and high-value exports. Now, how are we doing that? This is the development of products and processes that will replace petrochemicals and other non-sustainable materials, either in energy or in the material sectors. And we are covering the whole volume value pyramid of the bioeconomy or the circular bioeconomy. Now, what we want to achieve with that are quite significant impacts, and I've listed up a couple of them here. So this is about sustainable GDP growth. We believe that sustainable energy and materials can be manufactured here in the country in the millions of liters. New jobs, new infrastructure, and together with all of these things, a significant reduction in CO2 equivalents. Having said that, to achieve these impacts, it's really critical to partner. None of that will be achieved by SCION alone, so international partners are critical. Here is a very brief summary of what partnerships look like for SCION. So we've got long-lasting partnerships in forestry, in industrial biotech, in advanced manufacturing. Government is critical, or other New Zealand research providers. But what we're talking here about are the international partners, and they are a critical element of what we've been doing, not only since we joined, or New Zealand joined Horizon Europe. SCION has been doing that for decades. So we have very deep and very wide international partnerships, be it Europe, America, or Asia. And what we're talking about here in this program is the partnership with INRAE. And it was very exciting to see this Horizon Europe program, UPWEARS, be led by INRAE with many European partners, many European countries involved, kicking off and allowing us to link our partners in New Zealand into these European networks. But we are really, really excited about that. And what we would like to do is obviously build off the success of UPWEARS. And we would love to hear from any other partners, any other companies in Europe, research organizations, to work with us and see how we can contribute.
Hi, everyone. My name is Marie-Jo again, and I'm General Manager Science Services here at SCION. So the collaboration with INRAE is a long one that started with Jean-Michel Carnu, that you can see on the photo here in the middle with us. And at the time, we were called FRI, Forest Research Institute, and INRA. And for the best part of 30 years, we have had staff exchange, long secondments, joint conferences, and a lot of scientific publications. So really for us, the program UPWEARS is a way to celebrate that legacy and to keep the collaboration spirit alive. More personally, the relationship really took off when I met Claire Meillat around 6 years ago. So Claire Meillat is a research director at IAT in Montpellier, and we decided to a national associated lab called ELIA Biomata.
Hello, I'm Claire Mayer. I'm research director at INRAE in the Joint Research Unit IAT in Montpellier. Working together, I think more than 6 years ago, when we decided that maybe we can join knowledge and the expertise of each of us to create some fun thing, mixing lignocellulosic biomass and 3D printing. And so together we found the ELIA Biomata, which is an international associated lab to develop, in fact, sustainable materials for technical application.
I think really the Let's Start a Lab Together is because we wanted to collaborate and we wanted an official framework to do it. So Claire and I have been working with each other for quite a while, but it can be challenging from bureaucracy to different countries, different time zone, and we really love science and we want to share it with other people, and we wanted to make it easier for people to collaborate with one another. One of the really cool activity that we really love doing is actually hosting students and being able to exchange students because they're really super keen. They're very interested and then they just want to do more. So we have been really lucky to have Edwige, Lucie, Nathan, and Janet, and you're going to hear their testimony.
I am a PhD student working at a laboratory in Nancy, France. And in the framework of the ELIA Biomata, I had the opportunity to spend 6 weeks at Scion in Rotorua, New Zealand, to work on new bio-based composite materials for additive manufacturing applications. This really was an enriching experience, both personally and professionally, that helped me to shape my career path.
Hello everyone, I'm Nathan, a French student from EMT Minalbi Engineering School, and thanks to the ELIA Biomata, I get the opportunity to work at Scion in New Zealand on PHBV composite for 3D printing. This experience brings me a lot on a professional aspect. I think I discovered that I'm made for research institute, and so now I'm looking after a PhD.
Hi everyone, I'm Lucy and I'm doing my PhD here in France in Montpellier.
And hey everyone, my name is Janet Reid. I am a PhD student in New Zealand. I'm doing my study through the University of Otago and also through Scion Research.
Yeah, so I just came back from New Zealand where I spent 2 months and a half working at Scion.
And I'll be coming over to France in a week to do a bit of that work myself. I'll be visiting Paris and Montpellier and Elbe. And yeah, it'll be really great to get that experience. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, so that's really nice to have INRAE and Scion supporting us to just go back and forth, travel and exchange around our PhD subjects. So hopefully there's going to be a lot of other opportunities.
I think that we have plenty of pictures that you can see here about people working in different situations. And I think the most coolest things when I saw all these pictures is that people are very happy to collaborate. And so I think when we collaborate in this way, it's push the border of the science.
My name's Alec Foster. I look after bioproducts and packaging at Scion. And really, we received a lot of support from the MBIE Horizon Europe team, as well as New Zealand ambassadors in Brussels in helping make this project a success. As one of the early projects within Horizon, we encountered lots and lots of different sorts of challenges, and we were exploring what worked, what didn't work, and really just trying to find different solutions. Now, there were a few hiccups along the way, particularly around finances and the differences in overheads, but the team really did an amazing job helping us find solutions that worked really well for the Crown Research Institutes. We were also really, really lucky because we had a fantastic relationship with INRAE. They provided a lot of support and insight that our team just really didn't have the experience of. And that really helped us, really helping us understand what we needed to do, how we need to present it, and just providing that transparency that's needed for Europe. Now, Scion has been involved in various other Horizon bids before, but this was really the first time that Scion was eligible for funding. So it was a very, very different process for us, and figuring out how would we navigate the system. Due to its competitive nature, we've also been part of other Horizon bids which haven't been successful, but we see it as really, really important because Horizon helps us build those bridges, help us build those networks with new organizations that we haven't previously worked with before. And really, that's essential for a research organization like Scion, because we're all addressing critical global issues and they need to be tackled collectively.
Well, hi everyone, my name's Kirsty McGregor and I'm the Research Office Manager at Scion. So my role is to support researchers to apply for funding, make the application and manage the contract. So first of all, as a newly associated country to Horizon, we needed to interact with the Funding and Tenders portal, and we had an organisational profile, but it just needed some updating. So with that came some administrative jobs around updating our profile, making sure we were all current, ensuring the LEA was engaged and knew what they needed to do, and actually getting ready to make the applications. But we found quite quickly that it was very easy to contact the EU Central Validation Team with questions, and the EU help function was very responsive. We also found quite early on that it was helpful to have an administrative person named on the Upwares proposal as a participant contact, and that just allowed someone for our administrative teams to keep in touch with the proposal. From an administrative perspective, I think we were very lucky to be working with INRAE for Upwares. They are an experienced large organisation and they're used to making these kind of applications. So overall, we found it was a really smooth experience and they were very helpful and responsive to our questions. We also needed to register our proposal with the New Zealand Government Department that was supporting this initiative. So that's the Ministry for Business, Innovation and Employment in New Zealand. They have a support scheme for organisations to claim some extra costs. So it was just making sure that we lined up all those requirements alongside the application to the EU.
For me, Horizon is a key part of what we're doing in New Zealand and an important part of our future.
Merci. Au revoir.